Baby, you know I'm not good at advice. Why would I go if I don't get advice? Taking these chances, rolling the dice. Thought it from nothing, I'm hitting these heights. All because what I be spit on these bikes. Repeat a few things inside of my sprite. Better to sleep, you in my device. Thought I could trust you in my life. Can't even trust you in the night. Thought of me, baby.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Rex Bikes video, and today guys, this is round one of the Aerial NA 450 Pro Motocross Championship. These are the fastest 450 riders from the NA region, alright? We got a lot of the top Americans in this class, and I've not raced NA in a little over a year. It's been since Salt Lake Supercross of last year. I ended up committing to EU for outdoors, and then SMX, and then Supercross this year. So we're back to NA. I'm deciding to race it, and really the goal for this summer is to get enough points to make the SMX playoffs. But guys, this class is very sweaty. All right, we got a lot of grease balls in this class, so it's gonna be really tough to compete. But I'm gonna be showing you guys Moto 1 today, and we're just gonna be talking about how round one went, because I came in a little bit sketchy with this recent game update. Things have not been going too great for the Janathies. I haven't really been getting the hang of it, so we gotta come out here, we gotta be consistent, and we gotta get a decent amount of points. All right, I'd like to get a top 10 overall. That's like my big goal, but if anything, if we can get top 15, get some nice points, a little start to the season, that will be good enough for me. And SPX Performance, they're gonna be getting me there. The best suspension in the game, guys. I got new setups dialed for motocross for the new beta 20 update, so cop yourself a new setup right now. Let's get on the gate, get into the racing, boys. Alrighty, so we ended up qualifying P16, had a pretty good qual lap, felt pretty good about it, and I mean, listen, man, the goal is a top 10, but anything in the top 15, first moto of the year, I wouldn't be too mad with. It's all gonna start here with this first corner. Let's get a good start, boys.
Oh no!
I don't know how he crashes me. I went as far inside as a human being could go in that corner, and I still get punted. And look at this. Assaulted. I got absolutely assaulted 2 times. Nothing's new. This happens to me in every first corner. I don't know what to do. All right, listen, I'm gonna figure the starts out. Just don't worry. All right, I'm gonna figure them out. But this time we didn't. So we're about, I don't even know, 35th maybe. We're somewhere very close to the caboose of the field here, and I'm getting a bit anxious because I'm like, this is not how you want to start the season, boys. We are way outside of point scoring position. I'm doing a little bit of interesting movements here. I don't know what my strat was. I mean, we're basically dead last. All right, now this is a 30-minute race, so I'm not really panicking. I'm more just like, this is so frustrating. What the hell's going on? But I'm also kind of used to it. This was my entire MXGP season. I probably had like 3 starts that were in the top 10 the entire season, so I'm kind of just used to it. But we got a lot of time. All right, we got to just start passing people slowly but surely, survive the rest of the lap, and we're gonna make this comeback, boys. I promise you, we're gonna make the comeback. We're gonna get up close to that top 10. It's only a matter of time. Let's get it moving. Nice little ballerina there, just shaking out all the jitters, guys. Just getting the crash out of the way. Everyone needs the first crash of the race. All right, well, I guess that's the 3rd crash because I got absolutely assaulted a couple times, but everyone needs that. Now that I had it, the crash is out of the way. I'm gonna go full bore, and we did actually make a decent amount of passes on that first lap, so we aren't in dead last. We're probably in like 27th right now, close to 30th actually. We're pretty far back, but we're gonna be fine. All right, we're gonna be fine. I kept telling myself that. It's the first round of the year. A lot of guys will be making mistakes. I got to keep it on 2 wheels. I say it every video, but sometimes I don't do it. Okay, actually recently, a lot of the times I don't do it. So I knew if I could just focus up, all right, find parts of the track to make passes. You can see here, I did have an alternate line. A lot of people were going outside. I was going inside, outside, and I was making some passes here. Just take it one guy at a time. You know, really the top 10's not that far away. We're probably about 14 positions out, so we can do just one pass a lap. We're going to get there. All right, it's very possible. Field's also still very bunched up, so I need to limit the mistakes, stay concentrated, and stay off the ground. Let's keep it going. Forgot to mention the race timer is broken. You guys probably know that if you guys have been playing the game. So every time we go by the pits, which we're going to do after this next corner, actually you can see right here, we have 24 minutes left in the race. You guys can look at that pit board every time we come through pit lane to see how much time is left. But yeah, we're about 6 minutes in. We are just now getting into the top 20, and we're getting into our pace. We're not crashing, which is good. It looks like we're kind of done with that for now. So just need to keep making a few passes per lap and just keep the intensity up. You don't want to, you know, sit back here for too long, or you're going to fall into the pace, and then you're going to kind of get gapped. Because, I mean, really, top 10 wasn't that far ahead of me right now. Maybe top 10's 15 seconds ahead, 10 seconds. You know, grand scheme, they're not that far. But the hard part about getting around these guys is the pack's pretty condensed, and everyone's really taking the same line. And you can try to take some alternate lines, but it gets a little bit sketchy. You can see here, I tried to guess where that bike was going to go. Didn't guess right, obviously. I never do. But I do a front flip, and I do land it. All right, I stick to landing, because what else is the Jan gonna do? You know he's just gonna do front flips for fun, because I meant to do that, by the way. Meant to do it on purpose. Anyways, we are now in the top 20, and you can see that guy needs a map. Don't know what he's doing. He needs a bit of a map. He's on the KTM, by the way. my last video, I said the KTM was really good. I do think the KTM is really good, but for whatever reason, when I rode it on this track, I was not very good on it, all right? Or maybe it just wasn't doing good on this track. I don't know. And there's a lot of these top guys that are riding the KTM now, so that was kind of weird. I got on, you know, and I was planning to do NA, and, you know, just the hours before the race, I just couldn't figure the KTM out. So I kind of, the last minute, switched the Yami, and I was feeling really good. So you guys can see we're up to about 18th here, I think, 17th, 18th. We're making a lot of passes, and we're doing exactly what we need to do. Working up slowly, being consistent, and just taking it one at a time. So we got a lot of time left. Let's work up, boys. Come on. see here, we're starting to actually ride pretty good, and right now I'm trying to bridge this gap between 17th and 15th, trying to get in the top 15, and the gap was pretty big. Usually there's a gap that forms in the middle of the pack in these pro races, and obviously you always want to be in the first group, so I'm trying to bridge that, which is good for me. I like when I have open track in front of me, but I'm trying to just keep working up. I mean, clearly I have the pace to be with some of the faster guys. Just that start, you know, was not great. So if I could just keep it on 2 wheels and keep the pace up, like I had a really good pace at this point. Usually with around 10 minutes to go, it's usually when my pace kind of drops off. So we're not really close to that point yet, but I need to kind of keep the intensity up, and I could see these guys up here kind of distracting me a little bit. I did not do that. Not get distracted with these guys' battles. If I can make 3 passes here pretty quick, we're going to get all the way up to 13th, and with half the race left to go, that's going to actually make top 10 very doable. Obviously, that's the goal for the race, and I'll get us some good points. So this is more of a salvage race with a bad start. Can't get too aggressive here, though. We got to stay consistent, and I see these guys are battling. I just want to catch them so bad, but I need to stay within myself. I end up not doing that here. We tucked the front, so, you know, just Troy doing what he does. Get himself in a perfect position, and then just ruining it. Listen, it's not completely ruined. We still have a lot of time left, but pretty dumb crash, you know? I feel like that's just what we're going to call the beta 20 crash nowadays. We tuck the front now. You know, we didn't tuck the front for about 6 months. Pabobo updates the game. Now everyone's tucking the front, apparently. I don't know what's going on, but I was pretty unhappy with that. But then Silva, okay, this Silva guy, really fast. He ran a really good qual time, and when I saw him in front of me, I said, wait a second, this guy, you know, like me, we should not be back here, right? We have the speed to go up, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna follow this guy. I'm not even gonna try to pass him. I'm just gonna follow him up. We're gonna see if we can get to the top 10. If anyone can get me there, it's this guy. Let's go, boys. You guys can see I just followed him, dude. I mean, we had a few really good laps. We're now in 14th. He is in 13th, and we are closing in on 12th and 11th. So we're making really good progress. The top 10 is definitely a feasible goal and something we can absolutely obtain, maybe even more than a top 10. But listen, we got a lot of racing left. The track's starting to deform a little bit, and I've caught Silva. So I kind of have to decide, do I want to try to make an aggressive pass? He doesn't have great ping, so I got to worry about that. Do I want to just sit behind him and keep moving up? I don't know, but I can't lose focus, and I cannot hit the ground. All right, that's really all I should be thinking about right now. We're closing in on 10 minutes to go, and as I've said before, when there's 10 minutes to go in these freaking national races, I, for some reason, always make really stupid mistakes. I don't know why. I need to avoid that. If I can avoid that, we should at least get 11th here, okay? If not a top 10, you guys can see we passed another guy there, so that's gonna put us in 13th, and Silva's right in front of us in 12th. We can see 11th just up the road, boys. Come on, let's keep pushing. see right here, Silva finally goes down. I followed him for so long. It was like 15 minutes just training with him, which honestly was pretty good. We made a lot of passes, and so now I'm in 12th place, and it looks like, if I look at timing and scoring, 11th is only 4 seconds up the road. I think 10th was maybe another few seconds, so we're in literally a perfect position to get a top 10. But again, as I said earlier, 10 minutes to go in a race, the Jan makes mistakes, all right? We actually had 6 minutes to go here. I kept it strong for about 25 minutes, which is better than I've done in my previous races, but you can see here I'm making some weird little hiccups, little mistakes. You can see I'm not hitting ruts. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain's not working. So I gotta come back into reality here, okay? We're now 11th with cuts involved, all right? We are in such a good spot right now. You know, about 8 seconds back from 10th. Regardless, like, getting 10th would be awesome. I'd accomplish the goal, but even getting 11th, that's really good points for the first moto considering the start. Going from basically dead last to 11th is good. So that's what I should have been thinking about. But honestly, my mind was dead set on I have to get top 10. That's all I was thinking about. It's not a great mindset, but it could go either way. We could make it, we could crash, we could throw it away. I don't know, you guys are gonna have to watch. Got 2 minutes to go in the race, and we are 11th, and we have a gap all right? This is literally perfect. Now, the gap to 10th is about 10 seconds, so kind of my chances of making that were pretty slim. I think one of those guys in the top 10 would have to crash a couple times for me to have a chance at that. But I basically have a free P11 if I don't drop the bike, okay? And I can't believe this when I think back. It doesn't make any sense. Still mentally, I didn't care about 11th. I wanted to get 10th. So I was basically committed to trying to go as fast as I could within reason. I wasn't going to go all out, but I was still pushing really hard. Maybe I had to. Silva was actually riding really good. He was just crashing a lot, so he definitely wanted to pass me for P11, but I kind of just needed to keep it on 2 wheels. That's all I needed to do. It was basically a free P12, if anything. We had about a 10-second gap back to 13th, so we're in a really comfortable spot, but man, I just didn't care. I just wanted to bridge the gap so bad. I felt like I worked so hard this race, and if I got a top 10, that would be just a perfect scenario. It'd be amazing, but I didn't need to do it, all right? And so I feel like I got a little greedy here, okay? I feel like I got greedy, and unfortunately, that led to a pretty stupid decision where right here, I sort of egoed this jump, and you can see suspension went crazy. Very long crash. I get up, and I just realized there's really nowhere to enter the track. I'm gonna get a ton of cuts. This is really bad. Silva gets around me, and then there's another rider that gets close behind me here as well. So that was the moment, all right? There's always a moment. With 10 minutes to go in a race, you know, or within 10 minutes, I always do something stupid. This was the stupid moment, and we ended up getting 13th in the race. Basically had a guaranteed 12th, but we choked it and went back to 13th. Now, 13th isn't terrible considering the start we had. I do want to say, I feel like I actually rode pretty good. Like, there was a couple key mistakes, but for the most part, it really wasn't bad. So that was the first moto. Second moto, we got a really good start, and we ran, I think, like P5 for the first 5 minutes, and then the server did a little flash disconnect, and I ran into the back of a rider, and then got crashed by someone else, and then got crashed again. Anyway, I ended up getting P11 on track in the second race, but we ended up racking up a decent amount of cuts throughout the moto, just little cuts that kind of just added up, and so I got P11 on track, but actually got P15 in scoring, which was really sad. I basically just beat this really tight pack by I think like 7 seconds or something, and then cuts added up and they all beat me over the line. So that sucks, but listen, 13-15 on the day, that's not good, but considering I feel like the mistakes we made, especially in the second race, it's not too bad. We got 14th overall, 16 points on the day. Not a terrible opener. I mean, 16 points, if I do that every round, it's 180 points by the end of the year. That's definitely gonna get me an SMX, so I'm not too mad about it. Just gotta move on to round 2. I usually do pretty good at Hangtown, so I'll see you guys next video. Peace.